Hi, this is Edward Lomax from ForexTradingTroll.com. In this short video, I want to show you how to program the Forex Trading Troll when you're using less than 3 profit targets and or less than 3 levels to move your stop loss. Okay, I just want to make sure that everyone's setting up the Trading Troll correctly so that it does exactly what you want when you're not using 3 different targets for each of the actions. Okay, I just wanted to go over a point I think some people might have been having trouble with, or just to give you an extra way of thinking about using the Forex Trading Troll. So first here, let me just attach this to the chart. If you have the troll, you should be familiar with this. If not, these are the variables that you need to set up in the troll in order to close partial profits and move your stop losses at levels that you decide. Okay, this can be very handy for managing the trade after it's placed and you don't have to sit in front of your computer all day. So I have 3 levels. Okay, so you could take out 3 partial profits. So if you were, let's say, you're doing 3 mini lots, 1, 1, and 1 adds up to your 3 mini lots, and then it would take out 1 mini lot at 20, 1 mini lot at 60, and the remaining at 120. But what happens if you want to only take out, twice? You don't want to take it out in 3 stages, only in 2. So let's say you placed the trade for 1 standard lot. You can do something like this. Your first one, you would take out 7 minis. And your second one, you would take out the remaining 3. One thing I want to make sure everyone remembers, the partial lots need to add up to the original lot trade that you placed. So here we placed a 1 standard lot, so you would need 7 minis plus 3 minis would be 1 standard. And we would need to change this to 0. Okay? Now, what you want to do when you're doing less than the 3 partial closes, you want to leave this value, the partial close value for the third one, which is 0, but you want to leave it at a higher pip value than the previous 2. What this does is, if you put it at 0, the troll is going to think that you want to take an action when there's 0 pips, and you don't want to, you don't want that to happen. So what you want here is 7 mini lots to be taken out at 20 pips, and 3 mini lots to be taken out at 60 pips, and 0 at 120. But at this point, you'd be out of the trade by now, and it doesn't really matter. Okay? Same thing with moving your trailing stop loss. If you only want to move it twice, or even just once, let's say. Let's say, what did we put up here? 20 pips? Let's say when it gets to 20 pips, you want to move it to break even. Okay? And that's all you want to do. You don't want it to do anything else after that. You just want to let it run. You want to leave your stop loss there. You don't want to move your stop loss at any of these other levels. So what do? Okay, don't set all this to 0. Set it to a higher pip value. So let's say, you could set this to 200 if you want. At 200, you want it to move to 1. And at 300, you want it to move to 2. Okay? Now again, these values, you want to have higher values than the previous one, but you'll be out of the trade by the time it hits 200. You set your final target at 60. So you'd be out of the trade. So just keep in mind, then the rest of the settings, you can have it alert you, and you can change the colors from the on screen, your on-screen display. So just keep in mind that if you're not taking out, if you're not setting up your trades in 3 stages where you're taking out partial, or you're closing out partial lots in 3 stages, or you're moving your stop loss in less than 3 stages, just remember that the higher value should be a higher value. The higher stages, should be a higher value. That way there'll be no confusion in the programming, then the troll will know exactly what to do, and your trades will be, your trades will be taken care of the way you have it set up. So here's your online display, and as you see, we don't have an actual order placed right now, so you have no orders. But if you did have orders, you would see the number of pips to your targets and the number of pips to your stop loss targets. And of course, you would see these higher values, these higher target values, but they really don't matter for how you set up the trade or how you would want that trade to be operating. So I just want to make sure that in higher stages, make sure to set the values to a higher value. I hope this helps. For those of you that don't know, the Forex Trading Troll is an expert advisor for MetaTrader 4. It helps you manage your open trades on MetaTrader 4 by allowing you to take partial profits at levels you decide and move your stop loss at levels you decide. This means a lot more freedom and a lot less stress for your trading, no more costly missed opportunities. If you want to know more about this excellent Forex trading tool, go to www.forextradingtroll.com.